Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Tuesday, November 7th, 2017, and I am Nicolette Howe.
And I'm Kayleigh Williams. Today's stories include new Tarleton Rodeo Hall of Fame members, 100 years of hometown tradition, updates on the Texas church shooting, and more coming up next on Texan TV.
In campus news, Tarleton State University is set to induct 2 individual members and 1 family into the Rodeo Hall of Fame this Saturday, November 11th, during the annual steak dinner and auction. Inductees include Robert Anderson, Isaac Diaz, and the Famborough family. The event includes an auction reception and a preview mixer, dinner, the induction ceremony, and a live auction. The event begins at 6 p.m. at the City Hall venue at city limits. Admission is $50 a person, and tickets can be purchased until the day of the event or by contacting the Office of Rodeo Activities at 254-968-9344. To learn more about the Hall of Fame inductees, visit www.tarleton.edu/rodeo.
In local news, this Saturday, residents of Hamilton will awake at 5 a.m. to the sound of the American Legion Cunningham Post 222 annual anvil shoot. The history of this town's treasured tradition began when the Armistice Treaty was signed in 1918 to end World War I. On the 11th hour in Paris, France, which is 5 a.m. in Central Texas, Hamilton blacksmith Frank Holmes received a telegram and celebrated the news by firing his anvils. Since then, Cunningham Post 222 has honored this tradition by hosting the anvil shoot each Veterans Day. We sat down with Post Commander Dwayne Cowart for more information.
The anvil shoot originated from when they signed the Armistice Treaty in 1918, effectively ending conflict for World War I. So that's why we do it at 5 a.m. So we're the longest running in the country of doing this. What happened was they got a telegram from overseas saying that the war had ended, and it was received by the local blacksmith. And what he did, he took out his anvils and he put some gunpowder in them, and he started a fire, and he shot them off. And they're very loud. They don't fly very high in the air, but they're super loud. The tradition, he kept the tradition going for a few years till he passed the original anvils, which we still use, and the original fire poker, which we still use, over to the American Legion, and we've been doing it ever since.
This Saturday marks 100 years, so be sure to come out, but bring your earplugs.
And now, today's Texas national and international news from the Associated Press. In state news, survivors are beginning to speak out about Sunday's mass shooting at the First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs, Texas, that killed 26 people. We turn to the AP News as a couple in attendance recalls the horror they witnessed.
All of a sudden I hear like firecrackers popping. Ta, 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 ta. Everybody get down, they're shooting at us. Everybody started screaming, yelling. Everybody got down, crawling under, wherever they could hide. It was so scary, and that man was shooting. He was shooting hard, and I could feel the gunshots. I saw them on the carpet because they have carpet in there. I could see the gunshots, coming down. I thought it was the police when I saw the feed, because everybody got real quiet. And be quiet. Everybody was saying, be quiet. That's him. Everybody died. The Lord saved me, because I know it was my last day.
For national news, the Army's new training brigade is looking beyond traditional best practices to see if the soldiers meet the cultural and personality criteria to train local forces in different cultures. We turn to AP News for more on this story.
These soldiers had to pass a new, more intensive screening process as the U.S. Army looks beyond traditional skills.
So first off, we're looking for a good soldier. He has to be tactically competent, subject matter expert within his skill set, but more importantly, he's got the right personality.
And that starts with empathy, according to Colonel Scott Jackson, who is leading the Army's first ever Security Force Assistance Brigade, permanent military training teams to be deployed worldwide to advise and build local forces. That's why cultural sensitivity is a big component in the training underway at Fort Benning, Georgia.
With respect to our own organization, the outcome is that our foreign security force partners that we partner with are capable of solving their problems in a manner that's consistent with their culture.
This is a program where soldiers are handpicked, asked to come into it. They are literally stewards of the United States of America, and their impressions that they make on people in Afghanistan are at the utmost importance.
See bulging of the jugular vein.
Every team member is an expert in a field, but they are all getting increased training on medical and lifestyle procedures, language skills, and cutting-edge equipment.
Just with the information, the knowledge, the equipment that we have, it gives us that room to continue to grow and expand and be flexible.
The new brigade was formed earlier this year. It was expected to leave for Afghanistan in early 2018 to train Afghan forces to battle Taliban and other insurgents.
I came from incredible units that I've served with previously, and these guys are bar none to what I've seen.
The Army will build 6 brigades over the next few years, reflecting the new reality of America at war. Army soldiers building local security forces and not doing the fighting for them. Robert Ray, Associated Press, Fort Benning, Georgia.
In international news, 1.25 million people are facing starvation in Sudan as conflict continues to divide the country. According to officials, this number has doubled since October of last year, and rising starvation numbers could put the entire country into famine by 2018. Humanitarians are putting the blame on the ongoing war, which has already killed as many as 50,000 people. Rising conflicts have made food production and aid nearly impossible. A 52-year-old father of 4 from Bagari said that people are dying of hunger and that he had only seen humanitarians enter the country 3 times in the last year and a half. He explained, "If the government doesn't approve of people coming in to help, what can we do?" South Sudan researcher Alyssa Ludecki says both government and officials have used food as a weapon of war. Ludecki says armed forces keep food from reaching certain areas and will often target civilians carrying food across lines. As the country's dry season approaches, the issue is only expected to get worse.
In sports, another hearing is set over Dallas Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott's 6-game suspension. A federal appeals court will hear the case on Thursday. Elliott's attorney is seeking a longer-lasting injunction to stop his 6-game suspension over domestic violence allegations. The Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals on Friday issued an emergency stay of the NFL's punishment, the third legal reprieve for Elliott. This cleared the running back to play in Sunday's game against Kansas City, which Elliott scored the go-ahead touchdown in the Cowboys' 28-17 win over the Chiefs. The 3-judge panel in New York will rule as early as Thursday on whether Elliott can play Sunday in Atlanta. Elliott's suspension has been weaving through the court since he was ordered in August to serve the ban for violating the league's personal conduct policy. In a year-long investigation over domestic violence against Elliott, several physical confrontations have been reported in the summer of 2016 with Tiffany Thompson, his girlfriend at the time. This is an ongoing case, and we will provide more updates as we have them.
For today's weather in Stephenville, Texas, according to the National Weather Service, today will be mostly cloudy with a high of 73 and a low of 42. As the night falls, there will be a 30% chance of rain and thunderstorms with wind gusts reaching as powerful as 20 miles per hour.
This has been a production of Texan TV News, a product of the Texan News Service from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas.
Watch us live on Apogee Channel 2.1 in the dorms at 12:30 weekdays. If you live off campus, tune in on Northland Cable Channel 9.
You can follow the Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter, and check out our website at www.texannews.net for all of your latest local, state, national, and international news.
Today's broadcast was produced by Logan Allen, Emily Cowart, Nicolette Howe, Ashley Inge, and Kayleigh Williams. Have a wonderful day, Texans.